to a store near you, yeah, you get me. Let's kick from the store.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to EGTS 2025. We have got Peaceful versus Cantu, Mirakata Seed 3 versus Seed 4, lower bracket semifinals. Match 1 of the week for both players. One of these guys will be outside of top 8 when this one's done. I'm over to Hedge 2015, joined by Ethereal Winter. Hello.
Hello.
So what do you think? This one looks crazy.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see what happens in this match. I don't have a clue who's going to come out on top, honestly. These two players are absolutely insane in their own respective ways.
Yeah, it's really hard to call. Obviously, both have lost a match by now. Cantu, losing in the round of 64 to Bernard 351 by a margin of 5-1, and since he's won 5 straight matches, the last 4 of which, he's won 4 matches and a win by default. All the opponents he's had to get through to get here are pretty strong, increasingly so. 6-2 over Silver Tyrant is mad. Peaceful swept 3 straight matches in winners bracket. I believe the only other one to do that was Grape Tea, and then lost by tiebreaker to Kantan in one of the greatest Taiko at least 1v1 matches ever. Like right up there with Mankuchi Grape Tea in 22 for me. But now he's in the lower bracket and he's looking to kill people. I have fresh Peaceful news. He just played his TWC qualifiers lobby. He max scored the entire poll.
Which is insane.
Yeah, and Cantu is gonna ban Force Mod 2. Makes sense. Peaceful
I
can
think
probably HDHR these.
The wildest thing is just thinking one of these players is about to be eliminated from this tournament.
Yeah. And losing this match means you're not even top 8. 9-12 for the loser of this. Oh, Peaceful gonna ban DT1 makes perfect sense. I think it is mechanically the hardest map in the pool in terms of tapping and act. And Cantu is a god at that kind of skill set. And if Peaceful has a weakness, that's probably what it is. And he's gonna go straight into Force Mod 3, Tatsuka no Tsurugi. And he's gonna get HDHR it. And Cantu is probably gonna one-mod it. Unless he's really been practicing. And this one's hard. I think FM2 really fits the anti-mod bill a bit better than this, personally. But this is still very hard for HDHR. Alright, what do we got?
Okay. In the semi-finals map pool, we do indeed see HDHR from Peaceful with a hard rock challenge from Cantu.
Yeah, Cantu one mod only. Makes perfect sense. The map is about that hard. But yeah, Peaceful is virtually impossible to force off the hidden hard rock, and this map is not going to be enough to do it. Cantu with some big early act drops. Peaceful with a couple 100s of his own, but in comparison he's fine. Already out to a 15k score lead just from the mod advantage largely.
Yeah, I mean, only finding a couple 100s, especially when your opponent's finding 16, is not going to make a difference at all, especially when you're running with 2 mods.
Cantu, I think you're hitting a little bit early.
Just a little.
You might be having some straight up offset issues here, sitting on a 95 FC when nothing complex or difficult to act has come up yet.
I mean, while Peaceful's you are just floating around 63.
He's very good at this kind of map, yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Oh,
the worst is yet to come, to be fair. None of the hard parts of the map for HDHR have come up yet, I would say, but it's still pretty clean, yeah, especially with... You've got to imagine there's some first map nerds here. But
then again, he might just be running off of sheer adrenaline from TWC quals.
Yeah, scheduling a TWC quals lobby only a couple hours before his match might be a bit of a tactical...
It means you've gotten a lot of nerves out.
For Peaceful. Yeah, and he got them all the way out. Like I said, max score on the entire map pool. Also got Applers playing an Armor from 9. Who was also in that lobby, but for 9, yeah, Cantu's getting kind of destroyed here. Oh!
We do see a miss from Peaceful, though.
Only a single miss. Alright. One of the hardest parts coming up to act, in my opinion. These SV changes were really brutal. Hard to even tell what the snaps are like. And,
yeah, definitely struggling quite a bit more with this map than Peaceful is.
Peaceful does find another single miss, but it's only a single miss, and he would honestly need to miss the entire last quarter of the map here for Cantu to bring this back. 100k is decisive at this point in the map.
Yeah, especially when all he has to be holding is a 60,000 score advantage.
Coming into the last TI here, this scrolls quite fast, and it only gets faster. Oh, more misses from Ken too.
Yeah, Kanto definitely struggling a lot more on this map.
Yeah, I would.
But it is a hard map.
Oh,
Ooh,
Peaceful?
change from
You're
Peaceful?
okay. Are you not? Yes. Does he at least hit the
more
ending?
advantage than the
Yeah.
rest of it.
Yeah, the ending one of the hardest things in the map, but at this point, thankfully for Peaceful, the just skill gap was big enough for it to be inconsequential. Bit of an emergency situation there in the ending, in his mind, maybe. But then, he gets the results screen, he sees he won by 117k, and the sigh of relief probably comes in. But yeah, Kentu to pick next. I don't know what Kentu's going to pick. I would imagine, like, Nomad 2. But the thing is,
Yeah.
Peaceful can play these Nomads. I don't...
I mean, Peaceful can probably play just about everything anyway. So,
Yeah. Not
I-
the highest skill cap player, but he is still one digit for a reason. Oh,
okay,
Nomad
Nomad
1!
1.
Makes
That's a
sense.
good pick.
Yeah. This map is very arcade player coded, in a way. Like, the patterns just feel... Yeah, they feel arcade-y to me, so it makes sense that both our matches so far, the Japanese player has picked Nomad 1 first. But it's hard. Doesn't matter if you've played Taiko no Tatsujin, the map is hard. And
Yes.
I could also see Peaceful being good at it.
Although Nomad 1, it is just 2 minutes long.
Mercifully, yeah.
Mercifully.
It's a hard map.
It's a very hard map.
And we get pretty much straight into it. Just a couple more seconds of intro before we start getting into bursts. And here we go. Okay, they both hit whatever that was. One of the harder things in the map there, at least if you ask me, and yeah, Peaceful not as confident here on the ACK. Cantu assessing that intro, as a Nomad player of his skill would tend to do. Cantu definitely more Nomad DT favored. A lot more than Peaceful is, but...
Yeah, which makes perfect sense as to why this is Kanto's first pick.
Oh, so clean, man. This guy is just good at the game, this Cantu fellow. If you just give him notes, he'll just hit them. Don't demand any crazy reading stuff, and watch the fireworks. A bit of a scroll increase here, but really nothing crazy. Nothing compared to like the FM3 HR we just watched.
Yeah.
So no issues for Kentu.
Still quite a few more 100s being picked up by Peaceful.
Couple there from Kentu coming into this long 1-4, but all good. Still a lead of 7 100s, which is...
Both players holding almost identical you are as well.
Yeah, not being made to look... It's not a big lead, but it's being made to look like one.
Yeah.
Like, 7,000 score at this point in this tournament specifically has started to feel like a big lead, but it never is safe. One miss could change things quite a bit.
Yeah, a single mistake from either player could completely secure it in the other's favor.
Ooh, a couple 100s from Cantu, traded by 1 from Peaceful. Coming into the last quarter here, some of the hardest stuff in the map in here. Another 100, and the lead does shrink just
very comfortable.
Little by little. And both players just not sweating the 230 streams. They can play stuff like that in their sleep. It's just the bursts. And
got picked up by Kanto, or 100 separate them.
Those really tough bursts, not catching Kantu at all. Is it really just going to come down to Peaceful's intro act? He hits so many 100s early. Last burst coming in. Right here. Kantu! Oh my god. Eat 100s to 13.
This is crazy!
Jeez.
Literally 4,885 points difference. 5 100s.
Yeah, that ending especially, one of the hardest parts of the map, and I think they hit like
They
100 combined over the last few streams.
Yeah, they
That's
were
ridiculous.
until Peaceful hit like 100 and that was it.
Okay, well, it's 2-1 presumably. Peaceful just picked EHR2, and I'm going to be frank, Peaceful is the best EHR2 player on Earth, and it isn't a question. Yeah. He is the best EHR player currently walking the planet. At least if you discount certain things people can do to make the mod a bit easier. This guy doesn't do them, and he still keeps up with absolutely anyone. Which, is nonsense, frankly. This is way, way, way below Peaceful's EHR skill cap. The guy can stream 270 with EHR, this is 240, and it's not a stream map. This should be a real corker of a score here for Peaceful. Cantu's also good at EHR. I can imagine him keeping up, but this is Peaceful's point to lose.
Yeah.
I am a little surprised he didn't go straight to FM1, considering just his sheer HDHR cachet, but...
Might just want to hold that for later.
Yeah.
You know, get some points down, and then, you know, you have ones you can secure it with. Although I would have said HR2 would have been one of those for Peaceful. Maybe he's just feeling more confident on it.
And Cantu the first to blink, and Peaceful's UR is getting quite low.
Yep.
And it kind of just keeps getting lower. Oh, okay, that should be game.
From Kanto, yeah. I think that is an instant point over to the side of Peaceful as we find another couple misses from Kanto.
Yeah, I feel the same way, Peaceful.
Oh, 55 you are on HR2.
Yeah, the max score running halfway in. Dude, come on, stop showing off. I heard that, Peaceful. Just hitting triples nowhere for no reason. Just a little bit of fun with the Ghost Hat. Alright, coming into the last quarter of the map, you may notice they're both very far.
Maybe this is a strat. Maybe just do your TWC qualifiers before match.
Yeah.
It's a strategy.
This is probably about the 80th hardest thing to read he's played today. Peaceful, besides only EHR2, probably the best just reading player in the world as well, in a lot of ways. Maybe not everything, but you're certainly seeing the EHR2 here. Oh! The break! But the lead is big. He should be safe. Peaceful, don't mess this up. You have one more big stream to go. Come on, buddy. Just a bit of 1 second.
Yeah,
okay, Cantu kind of just crumbling at the end there. Maybe it would have locked in a bit harder if he knew how close that actually was getting. But
yeah.
Wow. Was that the only time he hit anything other than 300s?
Yeah. That was the only time that he hit any 100s, and I think they all came from the fact he got his misses.
Yeah, unfortunate for Cantu. It actually looked winnable there. It's in places, but only really at the end, because until your opponent drops SS, you can't really say it looks winnable. And Peaceful at his SS for about 948 combo. Cantu immediately picking Nomad 3. Yeah, makes sense.
Yep.
Hard Nomad, which this is linear feedback. Yeah, okay, thank God. Every time I almost feel obligated to wait for the map to come up so that I don't accidentally leak something in a future round or something. Being a playtester sucks. You know things. I get knowing things. But yeah, so this is linear feedback, map by Miyagishima. I thought it was on the easy side for this round as a Technomod, but that's very relative and it's very hard to hack. I got a low miscount on this, but I got 95% doing it.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is tough. I think this one is definitely still Cantu's to lose. I think the two players are still on the point of safe picks.
Yeah,
or at least safe-ish.
Ooh.
Dude, he got SV jump scared by the doublets. Does he practice this pull, or was that just a brain fart? Because that's really not what you want to see from Cantu.
I don't know, but I mean, his normal one looked like it had definitely been practiced.
Yeah.
So I would imagine he's been practicing.
Yeah, I can't imagine someone just being able to hit all that NM1 stuff on complete side read with that kind of act. But at the same time, Cantu is very good at that kind of thing. So I also wouldn't, if there's one person who wouldn't surprise me by doing it, it is Cantu, above everyone else in the tourney. But the Kiai coming in here, he's still losing a bit of that.
But that miss on the side of Cantu is definitely giving his comfort as Cantu does find some 100s.
Yeah, the miss being almost immediate does give Cantu a way in, especially because Peaceful got not so immediate of a miss. And another break. Okay. Suddenly Cantu in the driver's seat, not by a wide margin, but it's going to be a wide margin, 5 or 400 notes from now, as long as Cantu stays safe here. It is a bit of free combo, so really not the nicest place for Peaceful to miss.
Yeah. Having that max combo on the side of Cantu is definitely going to punish Peaceful quite a bit for that.
Yeah, at least he does get to build the 400 back up for free, but that also means Cantu gets the combo score for free, and it looks like that probably seals it. Yeah. Only coming into the second half here, and it is just not hard to lock up hard on tech maps, so I might be wrong, but I think Cantu has probably got this one in the bag.
Yeah.
Peaceful hovering 99 and losing convincingly. Like, this is tough.
I know. And the UR difference is like barely non-existent.
Yeah, it's like 1.
He's will actually having the better UR, but those misses really punishing him.
Yeah. And after that weird SV miss there at the start, just really unfortunate. Cantu really starting to show his stuff here, just showing how comfy he is on hard tag. And into the outro, this is going to be Cantu's point. There isn't even 30k worth of score left in the map. This is it. And Cantu, is he going to get 980k? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But, isn't? Okay, yeah. God damn. And please hit the spinner. Thank you. Yeah. Okay,
Wanted to
thank
give
you.
us a jump scare, hitting 985k as well.
This guy every time, man. Yeah, 985k with one of the sillier misses that you're gonna see in this entire round for sure. The level is so high that we're at the point where, the silliness starts to get out of the players' systems entirely. They just are that good. But Cantu being a little bit of a silly Billy there at the start, gonna cost him the FC, not gonna cost him the win. Not even close. Good score by Peaceful, great even, but what do you do against that? That's nuts.
And with that, straight back into Peaceful's pick is he will pick Hidden 1.
Yeah, pretty much immediately, as he should. Peaceful, not really known as one of the best slow hidden players in the world, more so on the fast end. But don't think that he sucks at slow hidden. No. Don't fall into that trap. It's like I said, this guy is probably the best all-around reading player in the world. At least outside of Japan, it's no question he is. And only a couple of guys in Japan can even challenge him for that. And that's not really Cantu's forte. He'll probably still be decent at this. Mind you, he has the lead for now, as Peaceful just hits a pretty silly 3-100s at the start, and ooh, based on hitting those overlaps, I think Cantu might know this map.
Yeah. So I think we can safely say Cantu has practiced both.
Oh yeah.
Neither of these players wanting to leave the tournament.
Yeah. And Cantu.
Yeah, losing their SS.
Finally, but it's even treated with a 100 from Peaceful. And another 100 is treated again. Dude, I thought you were a no-mod player. What is this?
I know, this is actually crazy slow hidden play from Cantu at the moment.
And you can see the UR difference. It's not huge, but it is significant. Like, Peaceful is comfier on this map. But it's just those instant 100s right at the start, all three of them, making up the 3-100 difference for now. These finishers coming in. Okay for both players, as they should be. Finisher is not the toughest thing to EGTS semis level players. Hitting 2 keys at once? That's easy. Coming into the last PI, last quarter.
Oh, 100's being dropped by Cantu.
And we're tied. Go on, man. Wouldn't it be funny?
Oh, we see another
I'm
100.
not sure Cantu thinks so.
Oh, but we see this is from Peaceful!
That's huge! The break from Peaceful, and suddenly Cantu just has it all to
break
lose.
point for Cantu?
It's a break if he wins it.
Yeah, he's just gonna hold on. And hold his combo, this will be a break point.
The score difference is suddenly huge. He just has to not lock up, and he's got it.
More misses
my gosh.
Yeah.
All right, that's huge news. Cantu is going to take the break point with a 7/100s FC on Cracked. The no mod player can
Insane.
play mods, it turns out. Wow.
Very, very impressive play.
Yeah, wow. That's an incredible score, especially considering like Peaceful's pick and everything. He's
Yeah,
probably not the happiest with that, but it is what it is. You have to perform against a player as good as Cantu.
I know. You never know what could have happened as well if Peaceful didn't find those misses. The accuracy may have remained better, but ultimately that's not what happened. So we go straight into Cantu's pick.
All right, Swing Maniac. This one of the, I'd say one of the harder no mods to FC, just because a couple of the bursts are extremely difficult. I think this makes sense from Cantu. And I've just realized he can actually get through this match only picking no mod and DT, which might really not bode well for Peaceful.
No.
Oh, and we've got Cplug in the chat, just asking the players to FC the map. Will they oblige?
Shout out for the custom.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. Both players coming into Swing Maniac here. All right. I think this view is Cantu, but I can see either player seeing this. Peaceful is no slouch at just extremely hard to FC maps. It's just that you don't see him playing them often unless they're doable with hidden. And oh boy,
That's from Peaceful.
immediate miss. That's probably just a focus thing. That frankly is not one of the harder bursts in the map. But that could cost Peaceful the point on its own.
Yeah, especially with the accuracy difference at the moment. Being
Yeah.
about a quarter of the way through the map already.
Yeah, this is a big Cantu map. It seems to me like his type of thing. Wacky, weird, and really hard.
I mean,
Exactly what he
with all,
specializes in.
you should be enjoying this map.
I enjoyed it playing it. I just didn't enjoy it in the way of, you know, nearly assessing like the first half of it. Alright, here we go. Kind of the first of the hard parts coming in here. Nothing too crazy has shown up yet, but believe me, when the hard parts come in, you will know. They will introduce themselves. Yeah, here we go. And Cantu
Ooh.
SS is the first big burst.
Yeah.
Peaceful, more breaks.
Those by misses.
Couple more 100s here from Cantu, but it hardly matters. He's just playing it so clean. 5 100s through that section is ridiculous. 6 100s now. And Peaceful on a perfectly good score. Probably not his best, but probably not his worst either. And there's just not much you can do against a guy like Cantu on a map like this.
I know Kanto seems so comfortable on this.
Yeah.
He's just having fun.
Oh, this is maybe the hardest part. This one coming in, and
Yes,
Cantu
that's
SS to the section.
The players getting all their finishers fully.
Yeah, coming into the ending here. More hard bursts coming in, but Cantu doesn't care. He just does not give a damn.
No.
He's just out here.
Just SS's it again, you know?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is
Very understandable as to why Kanto picked that. That was
incredible.
a pretty insane score to see.
Yeah, that's a ridiculously strong pick. And
Yeah.
Cplug's wish is granted. We have an FC
You do.
on No Mod 5. That, I mean, the ACK as well is so insane. Yeah, so Cantu's 4-2 up on it, and
It's
really
a lot more
looking.
scary for Peaceful.
Yeah, he's looking like he's in an actual position to eliminate
there's
Peaceful from the
three
tournament.
levels.
But here we go. This
Well, forced mod, sorry. Forced mod
yeah.
1.
Force Mod 1. This has got to be it for Peaceful. This has got to be a good pick. He will EGTS this. It is relatively friendly. That doesn't mean it's easy to mod. We had HC404 and Chibimasu both going hidden only on this. Yep, Cantu says one mod. There's no way Peaceful one mods this. He's just like that.
It's Peaceful, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's yeah, like he breathes air, he plays HDHR. Coming through the intro, nothing interesting just yet. There's some patterns coming in here. Cantu going HR only to Peaceful's HDHR. And Peaceful looking comfortable right now. If you look at his UR, which is somehow still going down. Okay, thank you.
It's not going down anymore.
Yeah, it's just staying in the mid-40s. You know, where it belongs. Normal things.
Mm-hmm. In mid-40s on HDHR. Very normal.
The 1/6 coming through, and Cantu with some 100s, but Peaceful SS in that hard part. Not the start of that stream, though.
The part, yeah.
That's still intimidating. 1/100 after one of the harder parts of the map already. Although, that first quarter is still probably the easiest quarter of the map. There's a lot more work to do for Peaceful here, especially with that HDHR. No luck prone mod combo on a map like this.
Whoa! We do see a note lock.
Like that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But because of the sheer
Mod advantage
difference,
and accuracy.
yeah, that the mod brings, he's still ahead. And it was a pretty clean. He has 7 misses and 54 UR. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, not rattled at all. It's back to just the unstable rate going straight down, but he can't afford to do too much of that. Cantu might well HRFC this.
No, his accuracy though is increasing that score as he's approaching the 400 combo cap.
Yeah, his AC and the mod advantage especially. Just gonna bring it back to a constant increase here. And then come the streams. These aren't the easiest of patterns, but
Cantu's still doing absolutely incredible as well.
yeah, good play from him. Still not really in, you know, his element compared to the no-mods, but showing he can still thrive. Peaceful. Still, please. Has he hit a 100 since he missed?
No.
Alright. This looks impossible, but it's just 4 dons, 4 cats. So both players know that and they hit it. Coming into the last KI here. Peaceful with about 40k score, despite the misses. Having act like that and only 1 break tends to do that for you with the extra mod. And the best reading player in the world showing up again.
Yeah.
Cantu finally missing. But something tells me it's not about to matter. Does Peaceful hit the outro? Yes, he SS's it. Well, I don't think there's 1/6 here, is there? Oh no, there is. Doesn't matter though. He still SS's it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
close. So close to the big 1.1 mil. I think he was actually 1 break away from SSing the entire... No, because there was a 100 he hit. He was a break away from hitting a 1/100 FC on Wings of Ascension HDHR.
That's insane.
Pretty good. I think he actually SS'd everything after the break.
Yeah, he did. I'm pretty sure. I
That's
didn't see
pretty
any
amazing.
100s being dropped after that break.
No, what do you think Cantu picks? I think Gimmick is kind of...
No mods left, yeah.
Gimmick is different to the other no mods. Oh, HR1. Picking Hard Rock into Peaceful is interesting, but Cantu is extremely good at tech, and if Peaceful has a relative weakness outside, you know, just the pure raw and CM maps, it might be tech. Maybe.
Yeah, we have seen Peaceful dropping quite a few misses in maps so far, so it could just be that Cantu is hoping for that as it is more techy. Not really sure.
Yeah. Coming into Illegal Legacy here. This is probably the only tech pick really left in the pool. DT1 is banned, the ones in the no-mod pool have been selected, the one in the hidden pool has been selected. Peaceful had 39 UR for a second there, in like a not unreasonable sample size. That was weird. Anyway, back up to 50 he goes, like the normal people. You know, the 20 normal people on Earth that can do that. Oh! Both players hitting 100 there in the intro stream. Yeah, this is the easiest. I think this is the easiest FC in the pool by a very wide margin. I FC'd it, that's how I know. Managed to get a mid-98 for the showcase replay. Something tells me both these players will be beating that. Shrinking my ego just a little.
Still
What?
kudos to you. Not everybody could do that.
Oh yeah, but I certainly can't do what these guys are doing. Cantu has 3 100s, 4. He is hitting
These are
single
some of the
100s
best,
here.
the absolute best. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't beat yourself up too much over that.
Oh no, I'm not beating myself up, but it's like, damn, these guys are good. And you know what? Damn, these guys are good. Peaceful
They
with
are
lower
good.
unstable rate here, but more outlier hits in the tech parts mean that he's behind Cantu.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like this is potentially what Conte was hoping for, but Conte can't be risking as many 100s as he is right now. Luckily, Peaceful does trade them back, but...
Yeah, the difference.
Oh, misses
The difference
from
could be
Conte.
misses, and
Could
he's
this
rattled a
be
bit by
the
that.
break point that Peaceful needs to tie this back up?
All right, now we're cooking with gas. Coming into the Ki here, which ironically is the easiest part of the map by a lot. It's just an Iteroni really with the HR. It's actually not hard at all. Cantu gonna have some time to marinate in that miss. Just hopefully not overthink it. As a couple more bursts start to come back in. Both players hitting the 1-3 just fine. Nothing to these guys at this level. Both players at 99 accuracy.
Quite a few 100s being dropped, but ultimately still insane plays.
And on to the outro. Peaceful has this. Peaceful's got it.
Yeah,
It's gonna be 4-4.
Peaceful has secured his break point, so they will be tied up again, and it will be Peaceful's pick.
Yeesh.
What are we expecting?
That's a good question, because what mod picks are left?
Exactly.
EGTS end of list, right? The HRs have now both been picked. Hidden One's been picked, and naturally didn't go Peaceful's way. So it's kind of a question of what does Peaceful pick. I think the remaining picks might favor Cantu a lot more. Oh, no mod 4 of all things. Okay, it makes sense. The least skill cappy map in the pool. But it's hard. It's hard as balls. No hits here.
No FCs here.
No FCs here. Can they prove Cookie Tree wrong? Alright.
I think this is very interesting, but it does make sense, to be fair.
Oh yeah, I mean, Peaceful is extremely good at gimmicks. The thing is, so is Cantu.
Yeah.
Both of these players can kind of just do everything.
This could just come down to a complete accuracy battle.
Oh yeah, I think it will. Although I think there can be misses on the ending. I think this map is an extreme jump in difficulty personally, like an insane one from Quarters. But the thing is, that's what gimmick maps are like. Some people think this is easier than Fortuna Fortuna, because gimmick is a wonderfully normal skill set, where linear difficulty progression isn't completely impossible at all. What are you talking about? Each run's map is harder than the last for everyone, and there are no exceptions. Anyway, both players okay on the intro. No gimmicks even introduced yet. Finisher's going in. Oh, it looks like Peaceful got one more than Cantu.
Yeah.
Very consistent lead sitting there. Who knows, that might actually be the difference here if both players have practiced this enough to get a low 100 con FC.
Yeah, that one finisher could make all the difference.
Alright. My personal idea of the hardest gimmick ever coming in here, but not a super hard use of it. The yellow notes are fakes, and you don't have to hit them. The thick bar lines are cats, and the thin bar lines are dons.
Indeed.
This is real simple here. This is EGTS level gimmick. This is back to EGTS, baby. This is tough, but both players faring just fine. They both SS that stream. There's harder to come, but that's a solid start from both. Ooh, both hitting that bar line plus finisher bit.
Yeah.
And it looks like Peaceful does have a finisher up on Cantu.
Which is we're saying could be all the difference that's needed.
Yeah, halfway into the map here.
They are.
Cantu halfway to the worst feat I could possibly imagine. Losing with SS because your opponent SS'd and hit every finisher and you skipped one.
Yeah.
But the second half of this map is much harder than the first.
As you can already tell from the bar lane.
As the last remaining hits you could possibly think of just feed away and you are left in utter confusion. What's going on here already? Fake notes and bar lines over the notes. Yeah, it's about to get tough. Oh, Cantu with a couple 100s. Peaceful staying strong for now, but if he 100% SS's this, it would be pretty shocking.
It would be pretty crazy.
But this is the hardest part coming in here, the ending. The last 200k score worth. Peaceful is 61 and Stabler is 60.
It's a hell of a lot.
Alright, here we go. Crunch time. Cantu
Cantu
misses. This should be it. But locking up here is so easy. This ending is so tough. Peaceful's getting it.
Okay,
Peaceful doesn't give a damn.
Peaceful.
960. 970. Is he really about to do this?
The misses from
Yes, he is!
Oh my
Peaceful with the max score on no hits here.
god, bro!
He said yes hits here, this guy. Unbelievable scene. I think we know why he picked this, man.
Yeah, I think it's very clear why he picked this.
Unbelievable.
We were thinking it may just favor Cantu, the picks that were left, but clearly not.
This one didn't. I'll tell you what. I mean, Cantu was so clean until he, like, the first finisher skip actually would have made the difference as well. Like, Peaceful just went a max score.
The first half to 3/4 of the map.
Oh, Cantu though. Not phased. Oh, you did that? Okay, let's play No Odd 2 then. Let's play some speed. My name is Cantu. I can play the EGTS Grand Finals pool.
This could still technically go either way. I mean, I would say Peaceful is still going to be relatively comfortable, most likely, at this point.
Yeah, Peaceful will be able to play this. But will he be able to play it as well as Cantu? That's a tough question to answer. Because this is like not the ultimate type of Cantu map, but that's only because other people other than him can play this very well.
Yes.
But he can destroy a map like this. I wouldn't be surprised if either player assesses this, genuinely. It's so hard, but still.
Yeah. But with players of this caliber,
This
not
is the slot.
surprised.
This is the slot that basically just favors you being very fast, which is to say high rank plays.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't even make that reference because Cantu is ranked 30. He shouldn't be, frankly. He can play such insanely hard bullshit. He should be very, very, very high rank. But Peaceful is ranked 7, and
Ooh, okay.
that honestly might decide the map. That might be it.
That
there.
might be over just from the very start of the map.
That's very unfortunate, but yeah, Cantu likely to just absolutely annihilate this map. This is going to be the destruction of 3-2-1 in a minute here, I think. But for what it's worth, the Peaceful misses were very early.
They were,
which helps.
but
But
against Cantu on a map like this and finding those 100s and misses, even if they are early, is still very scary.
yeah, and coming out of the first dense section there is Cantu with maximum score.
Yep.
Very good at these kinds of maps. Does hit a 100.
100.
Misses a slider tick, but got some 1/6 coming in here.
As well.
Some near 500 BPM bursts coming in with a little 1-4 as well.
I don't
And he
get
doesn't
how
really
people
care.
play this fast.
It's like tapping with your fingers rather than your wrists helps a lot, but also it doesn't. That on its own doesn't really get you to where Cantu's at right now.
No.
Yeah, I think that right there is just a lifetime in the arcade and on the keyboard. This is looking ridiculous. This build-up's so cool. I love it so much. Alright, last Ki coming in. It's not a Ki, but it's about to be dense for the entire rest of the map. And yeah, never actually bringing up in chat, Peaceful would be ahead right now if not for just the intro.
Yeah.
And Cantu
I would
is
say
dropping
this is a
100s.
stamina killer, but I mean, with these guys, I don't think stamina killers exist.
Players at this level just have seemingly infinite stamina. It's really impressive. Alright. Coming into the last Ki, this time for real.
This is kind of what I was saying though, like, I could have seen Peaceful winning this.
It could still happen. Don't be fooled, we are not done.
No, I know we're not done, but...
Another break from Peaceful, and...
So I think we pretty much are done.
Yep. Cantu actually getting over 1 million score there with the extra points from slider ticks. 8 100s on Destruction 3-2-1. Now, sure was a demolition, wasn't it? That's... Yeah, that's impressive right there. Peaceful with... I think If not for the breaks, he would have had like a 3 100 FC.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah,
been a 100 FC.
like he would have taken that if not for the misses, but he did miss.
Yep. All right, so we're on to Peaceful's pick. All these two players have to do is secure their next picks,
In
and
2, right?
we
Surely.
we could be hyping up a little bit. Yeah,
Picking.
I feel like Hidden 2 is kind of the logical one to go with right now if you're Peaceful.
Alright.
I feel like the others are too risky.
There are no surefire picks left in this match, Casimir, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
there are none. I could see Cantu picking DT2, Peaceful clutching up, and just going at it. Oh!
What, 6?
Wow, that surprises me,
Okay.
yeah. So, Cantu after this, gonna have to choose, I think this is an obvious choice against Peaceful.
Yeah,
Gonna have to choose between Hidden 2, the fast Hidden, and DT2, the very fast DT. But for now, Peaceful picking the stamina map into Cantu. Very interesting, actually. I thought he was gonna go Hidden 2 for sure.
Yeah.
But Belmont 6. This is a... Essentially, it's a 270 BPM stream map.
Could it be a repeat of the gimmick? You know, Peaceful just hiding these insane picks. Who knows?
It's hard to hide anything against these guys.
Yeah, very true.
It's just everyone assumes everyone else has created everything, I think. Then you pick your own strengths, and it certainly is a strength for Peaceful at this level, but his opponent is Cantu.
Yeah,
I would have thought.
I mean, they're all quite scary picks though to pick into Cantu. I'm guessing either he thinks like Hidden 2 is not his most comfortable or something. It could just be because he lost Hidden 1. I'm really unsure. It's gonna be a long battle on this map, with this map being 3 minutes and 23 seconds long. The first 100 does come from the side of Peaceful.
Yeah, but there should be more where that came from.
I would imagine
Keyword
so.
should. That doesn't mean there will. Cantu is very, very, very good at this game. Especially just normal, hard maps, and he does treat the 100.
So currently they're tied.
Oh, we've got a long way to go.
Yep.
But for 9,
The UR is crazy though on both these players.
Yeah, Peaceful hovering 70 on a map this dense is impressive to say the
Very
least.
impressive, yeah.
Cantu with a second 100.
Far from over though, not even halfway through this map yet.
This is the kind of map where you can see a big note walk from either player, yeah? Like a 50k score swing just like that. More streams coming in.
These guys are absolutely fighting for their lives right now.
They're shredding.
Keep in mind, this is a loser's bracket match. So whoever loses this match will be eliminated from EGTS 2025, not even securing a top 8 placement, which is just insane. How is
single tapping this?
How is one of these players not even going to be in the top 8 of EGTS?
I think Peaceful is single tapping this map. What? Why is he doing that? Surely ulting is a little bit more favorable on a map distance. God damn, he must be good at 270 BPM. And,
I mean, well, you look at his UR speaks for itself.
Yeah, look at how clean he's played this. I guess I can't really argue. Nice go step. Gotta stay in the rhythm. Alright. Coming back in here. No density yet compared to some other parts of the map.
The last third of the map.
The second 100 coming out from Peaceful, but it'd take more where that came from. And there's not a ton of time left. There's about a minute left in the map, but anything can happen here.
Yeah, absolutely anything, especially with streams.
The slowdown. Oh my God, Cantu, but not Peaceful! Okay. Alright, Peaceful buddy.
That could be completely solidified.
Actually, yeah, Menax brought up a good point. This is literally EHR BPM for Peaceful. At this kind of density as well. He could probably pass this with Hard Rock. I don't think you can say that from anyone else, but coming into the last sections of the map. Still not a 900k with very little map left, so we're about to have another big section come in. Here we go. Last Ki. 3 100s from Peaceful. 10 from Cantu, but the misses just making the difference pretty huge. Not much stream left, but can't afford a lockup.
I mean, with that though,
Mid.
last stream right here. 3 100 FC from Peaceful. It
Yeah.
was totally another repeat of the gimmick. Bro has some crazy ass picks still here.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. You know what? I have
Respect.
to apologize, Peaceful. I was not familiar with your game. I honestly didn't think it made sense because Hidden 2 was right there, but now I understand. I see the light. That was a
Crazy
ridiculous
picks
play.
could still be hiding here.
Ken 2 probably could have made that real close, but his 100 count was already higher before the misses, so it's like, whatever.
Yeah. And I was
We'll
gonna
be
say
right
100% DT2, right? And yeah, Kanto is gonna pick DT2. This makes the most sense. If Kanto can secure this, it's a tiebreaker. But I mean, ultimately, both these players are incredibly strong. There's still a chance for anything to happen. You know, Peaceful could still take a break point here, but I would definitely say this is more of a Kanto map.
Yeah, this one makes sense. What picks were left? DT2 and Hidden
Kanto
2, nothing
says
else.
no tiebreaker, so
Oh,
Kanto is clearly quite confident in this pick.
well, there's one man in the world who I know doesn't want tiebreaker right now, and that is Peaceful. I think it favors Ken 2 significantly. Just by nature of being a very hard to want map, I think we could legitimately see Ken 2 FC it. I don't think Peaceful can. I don't
Yeah.
think he would in match. I think Ken 2 on average would be winning that one, but he's the first one to hit 100 here despite mega low UR.
Yeah,
And it's done.
absolutely anything can happen here.
All
3
right.
minutes on a DT map is a long time.
Do not underestimate Peaceful on this, though. He could probably HDDT this. The god of
Yeah.
extra mods doesn't need extra mods to play the game.
100%. That's why I said this could still go either way. Peaceful could take a break point. It's not secured. It just made the more sense for Kanto to be picking this one.
Yeah. Couple 100s already from Ken 2 are gonna spell a little bit of trouble, but
but still holding the lead in accuracy.
it's the sheer act of Peaceful, just his raw accuracy skill.
He's insane. I mean, they're both insane though. These
Fairly
aren't
raw
normal
map.
scores.
Oh!
Oh, they're tied!
A lot of 100s from Peaceful, and okay, he's got a couple in hand against Ken 2 here, but it's not a big lead. Even
It's
as
not
Ken
a very
2
comfortable lead at all.
a little less comfy.
Ooh. Does
Comfort
find
isn't
a
the only thing
100 that
here.
isn't played by Kanto. There's one 100 separating these players right now.
What if instead of a tiebreaker we have a tie in a minute here? Wouldn't that be fun?
That
I'm
would
sure
be
the players
great
wouldn't.
fun. They
I'm sure the
wouldn't.
players don't see the humor in that right now.
No.
481 points. The lead for Peaceful.
Crazy.
I mean, the tie is a real possibility here. This is
It
ridiculous.
Very possible. Also, if Peaceful can just SS.
Oh,
But we're not gonna see.
Gonna
Oh!
hit a couple 100s. Oh, but Ken 2 trades them.
them.
Yeah, 2 for 2. This map is so hard. How are they going for individual 100s? This is ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying.
Ken 2 with
Like,
another.
these players are insane. Like, they're insane. There is, again, just one 100 separating both of these players, and they now know it as well. They now know that there's essentially no score whatsoever between each other.
Oh.
Oh, they're
Oh,
tied!
I don't think we can have a tie. The lead isn't ever shrinking to 0 here. It's who even has the advantage? I can't tell, but I think it might be Ken 2. Not anymore, as he hits a 100.
On Peaceful side now.
Alright, a tie favors Ken 2, but
We're
it
going
needs
into the end.
to be a tie. Any 100s from Peaceful would be big news here.
This is so insanely close.
Wait!
Oh my god!
Okay, alright, good game. Well played, both players. That's unbelievable.
Oh
One
my
100 the
God.
difference. If Ken 2 hit 13 100s, we'd be looking at White Tiger here. But
Yeah.
111 plays 111. Peaceful wins by 483 score.
Oh my god.
Shutting the door emphatically there. Jesus Christ.
Like
That's
I said,
unreal.
it could go either way, and it did. I can't believe that. And the way that Kanto is now leaving the tournament like that is insane. To us, grand total of 482 points.
Yeah, that's a way for Mitch to end. Alright, that's
crazy.
wild. The break point for Peaceful is going to finish it off 7-5. He is not going to fall to the combo of Can 10 and winners and Can 2 and losers. He's going to move on to Fierce.
HC, right? HC 404.
Let me check.
Yeah, HC 404.
Alright, that's going to be interesting.
Tomorrow.
That's a huge match as well.
Not an easy match at all for Peaceful coming up, but
yeah,
still insane.
It's probably going to be a barn burner. Yeah, so we have another match for you in 10 minutes. We will have, let me check, Surfire versus Applers at 12 UTC, which is 10 minutes away, so don't leave us yet. We have more for you. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
See you later.
Oh, okay, we've been told to get back here because there's going to be a tiebreaker
showcase. Wait, okay.
Well, have we had a round without one yet? Like, without an actual in-match TV? I'm pretty sure we've had, like, multiple per round. Alright. So, White Tiger coming in. This map is where the TVs have started to get extremely difficult. 8.65 stars honestly sells it a bit short. This map is unbelievably hard. Gohiki tried to FC this for a replay and said, no, dude, this would take me an hour or two. I'm not doing this. Akumiya came in and FC'd it, but it took Akumiya for us to get an FC on this.
Crazy.
So
we're about to find out. I was gonna say, we're about to find out who would have won tiebreaker. Unless, of course, Peaceful just decides to have fun by putting on a mod. I wouldn't be surprised. I could see Peaceful just putting HR on this for the funnies.
No, this has multiple streams that scroll like 375 BPM. Yeah, but it's not. If he HRs this, it's like not funny. It's gonna be gross when he actually hits the 400 scroll. The 400 HR. Yeah, this is meant to be completely unmoddable on Movie Street.
Could just be no mods though. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh, bro!
I said it.
This is gonna be interesting. I'm actually really curious to see how he does here. He probably completely dies on a lot of the map.
Slapped on there.
Randomly hitting a normal note as a finisher there in the intro. Don't think I don't see you. Anyway, Ken 2 probably looking for the FC. Straight up, he can FC maps this hard. I don't think Peaceful can. Not in one try. Maybe with some grinding in practice, but this seems a bit above his pay grade, skill cap wise. It's a Ken 2 map, however. Dude, I'm hyping him up and then he misses on like Mizukashi. This Ken 2 guy, man, he's just such a troll. So far, honestly, nothing has happened in the map.
Yeah, it is a 5-minute long map though.
Oh yeah.
The things that will happen later.
Ken 2 is actually assessing just all of these bursts so cleanly, and yet this ISV stuff coming in and just kind of ripping Peaceful a new one, as it would tend to do to anybody trying to EHR this, let alone EGTS. Ken 2 finally hits some 100s like a normal person's supposed to do. And the lobby for Surfire and Applers has been made already, just a little bit of news there, so we will probably be going straight into that one after this tiebreaker showcase ends. I'm gonna ping the other caster that's on for that. Oh, Ken 2 missed again. I didn't even notice. Has he missed on anything hard yet?
I don't know. I don't think
Probably
so.
not. Peaceful is kind of dying here, as you would when you're faced with... This probably is 300 BPM SV, with 250 dense bursts, which is to say extremely hard mapping. Here comes, I believe, the hardest part of the map. At least one of. These streams, bro. Oh, okay, can't use SS. 1, 2... Dude, come on!
Onto moment.
That's unbelievable. Yes, that's like
That
I get
peaceful help is gone.
like 100 misses on this map, and about 60 of them come from that section. This crazy low SV here, not meant for hidden play, but probably pretty chill with the HDHR if you're the one man in the world that would attempt the HDHR. Cantu hitting these slow sections so cleanly.
Yeah, Hunt is insane. I mean, if it had gone to tiebreaker, it would be absolutely terrifying, I think, for Peaceful to be going against Kanto just being insane like this.
Looking at this performance, I'm going from like Cantu favorite to Cantu would not have lost this. There is no world.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if there's anyone in the tournament that can beat him on this map. Straight up, anyone at all. We have people on the playtesting team and the pulling team who probably could. But even for them, I don't think it would be consistent. This guy is on another level when it comes to maps like this, just extreme burst difficulty. You're supposed to hit 100s on all the 1-hit because you understand those are 500 BPM triples.
Yeah.
At like, what, ODE it, surely?
It's the funny red dot moment, you know?
Yeah, okay, OG 7.7, 500 BPM triples in a 250, like, you know, pattern. And he's... yeah.
I mean, I'm still also just keeping an eye on the fact that Peaceful's still like at 88%. It's wild.
Yeah, he's somewhat able to play this, but with the HDHR, that's pretty impressive.
That's what I'm saying, like, he's kind of gaming on HDHR, to be fair. On a map like this.
He's good at the game? I agree. I think Cantu might be skilled at this type of game.
I agree.
Dude, he's not actually about to, like, functionally FC the map, is he? He missed on nothing, and then nothing happened for a bit, and then he missed on nothing again. Oh, Cantu FC'd this map on his sight read. Alright, here we go. Did Peaceful just hit that high space here?
Kanto FC'd the tiebreaker with a sight read. Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, he is. His skill cap is probably the highest of anyone in this tournament. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it. If this guy got to grand finals, I would be picking him to win the tournament. Straight up. And max combo of 2019, 2 misses that were on absolutely nothing compared to the hard parts, and 9 100s. He made this map look accessible just now. I mean, that's completely ridiculous. That even for him, I'm a bit surprised.
Yeah.
On like a random, you know, less pressure try. That's unbelievable. Anyway, Peaceful, as much as Cantu would have obliterated anybody on Earth on that tiebreaker, Peaceful won the match.
Yeah.
So he will advance to face EHC for
really
tomorrow.
grateful for that DT2 play now.
483 score away from certain death.
Yeah, literally.
You could say. Anyway, we have another match starting in 1 minute. So we'll see you very, very soon for Surrey Fire versus Atlas. Alright, thank you, Winter. We'll see you later.